It's easy to lose track of time down here. Out of Date says that from what he's heard, you've been busy. He says he appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's got urgent news from his friend Noko in the east. Out of Date says he knows you're good-hearted enough to do your best to support Noko. He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Noko and making sure she gets what she needs is up to you. Out of Date says that Noko is worried now that the Eastern World Eater is stepping up its activity. He explains that Noko keeps a fabled steed that she has planned to ride out to the World Eater, but needs help to get it prepared. Out of Date suggests that you should head east as fast as possible and see what you can do to help. He's happy to help. Thrilled, you know, Goop. Invented the Goo Glide, you know. We'll be around when you return. He guesses you're back for more. Says it feels like you can't be trusted. Says you covered the important things already. He guesses you're back for more. Feels for you, even though you're rotten. Says goodbye to you. He says you really need to go see Noko. He guesses you're back for more. Has plenty to do. The wind just cuts right through you in the mountains. The Granito Outpost, a favorite Netra tribe hangout. Offers you extraordinary prices for extraordinary things. The doors here are always open for a potential customer. Looking for a bargain. Well spent. Peddler is eager for you to have a... Sees you're eager to make a deal. A sealed deal. Sure about that one? There are tough times ahead, no matter where you go. They used to call this a thoroughfare. Look at all those old homes. Good ridey beast, no hurty. Ah, the Gnote pen. Noko never leaves this place. She's always put the living things first. Nooks isn't an easy language, but at least it's manageable. She says she is so happy to see you again. She wonders if you remember her. She's Noko. She let you ride her Majut when you were a kid. Noko remembers you used to chase around with so much energy and is glad to see you haven't lost any of that spark. But that's all long gone now, though. Memories show us where we've been, not where we're going. Believes everyone needs direction in this broken world. Your only hope is that you'll end up in a good place once all this is over. Noko remembers those days too, but she never lets herself wallow in them, no matter how tempting that can be. She sees you're back to buck with Lupa Lupin. Can't see how there's any way to avoid that now. Not for long, at least. She says the horrors of your younger days were enough to ruin anyone, but not you. You've got all that cheer about you still. Noko says history is like the trail you've been on. You can walk back down it any time you like, until it's worn smooth. But you get to blaze your own trail from here. She wants Lupa Lupin to pay too, even though she strongly believes forgiveness is the strongest revenge.
Now you're getting into the dark groove.
That's not a groove, it's a
And what's wrong with
groove?
Escape it!
Asks how many paths you've wandered in the world, and if you ever wonder about what might have changed if you'd taken different ones. You can't do everything you want, can't go everywhere, can't see everything, only what you can. Hates to think of what's going to happen to all the Gnotes when the world dies. Nothing left to care for. Hates that you didn't care enough about the world to fight for it. Can't believe you joined up with the Jagni. They're constantly pecking around looking for things to swipe. If by loose you mean not nailed down, they keep trying to rustle her Gnotes. But let's not speak of that now. She has an idea where the Majut might have gone, as there's no other place it likes as much as its own corner of the open wild. She's even named it the Majut Meadow. The Majut will recognize the scent you've attracted while being here, so it'll probably trust you enough to follow you. You should lead the Majut back here when you find it. It's going to take time to get it calm enough to be able to ride out to the World Eater. She's sad that something as wild as the hoof puff can't be tamed, but has to come to terms with the fact that you need to stop it. It's a game of life, yours and everyone else's.